All right, friends, now we will be creating a couple of reusable components. Let's check our design. So here is our design. Okay, let me show you. Okay, so this is our design. So what we want to create today. So as you can see in our design, we have this button. We have used that button, same design in multiple place. Okay, so this design might have little bit darker color background, or this has lighter, so we have to consider that also. But most of the design is same, right? So we have multiple bottom and design are same, so we don't wanna create every time in the every page we want to do the same thing, but we want to create a component that we can use in these multiple places of our design, right? So once we create this button component, we can just drop the button component or wherever we need, and there will be the button. Okay, that's the goal. Okay, let's start with that, and the next one we will talk later. Okay, all right, first let's start with the button. So what we need to do that? Okay, so let's see, I have few reusable component over here, but this is more related to the design of our website. So let's just create it inside our design folder. Okay, let's say here we're gonna create button.tsx. Okay, and we have to create our arrow function. After that, give the name. What is the name? Button. Button. After there, do I need anything? I will add something later, and for now I can say button, right? So I'm creating button here, and I need some text. Okay, so text should be some dynamic, right? I need to be able to add whatever text I want to in the button. So let's say button text or just text. Okay, so whatever text we have to, where we are getting this text from, we will get it from our props. So from props I need a text, and this will be coming from our button props, right? And let's say we have to create a type for that. Type button props. Okay, so that text is coming from here, and I have to say equal to, and then I get text, right? And text is compulsory, but and it is type string, right? So why I am getting error over here, let me check. Property text is missing in type. Okay, why it is missing? button. Okay, I shouldn't get button here, so this it was supposed to be button, right? It should be the not the capital. I write it here, so sometimes silly mistakes, right? All right, no problem with that. I already fixed it. Now let's move on. All right, so uh, I'm doing it a little bit faster. If you want to learn, if you are just a beginner, you can go and watch when I created this my other component. I have few videos about it. Okay, so when I created this center and container component, I have described about these stuff in detail. But now on, I will just write it. I hope you understand this. Okay, if you are somebody just learning and you don't know lots of stuff I am writing here, just go to the video that I created in this video series, earlier videos. When I created this center and container component, I described these things in little bit detail, so please check those. Okay, all right, now let's continue. Then what else we need with this button? Okay, so let's check if this button is working or not. A basic button is already done, so let's check it over. Okay, so let's remove this now, and then I can get that button. Okay, here, and I don't need the button closing over here. I want to make it self closing, right? So this is my, and I have to add it, import it. I mean, where is, I already imported it, but it's showing error, so we need a text, right? So text equals to what's supposed to be the text for now. Let's say what I want the text for. Okay, I am stone is our website. So okay, let's just write that. Okay. Oh, not the text, the button should be, what was the button, find us here, right? So let's just write find us, that make more sense. Okay, so I want to create this button. We already created some now we only have to give some style to it, right? So to style it, I want to it to able to get a class name also, right? Class name, and the class name should be optional, and it should be string, right? String type. And I need to get that class name over here, class name, and then I need to use that class name over here. So class name, I want to get it from here, class name. This is simple, but as we talked before, we need to add tailwind to make sure I do not get any error due to the tailwind multiple class uses, right? Similar class, if we use the similar classes, it that contradict with each other, tailwind will give us error. So to tackle that, we have to import tailwind merge, right? Okay, tailwind merge. And then what I can do is, rather than writing their class name, I can say tailwind merge and just have class name. Okay, so now the when we use this component, we can add class name also over here. Okay, that's the first thing that I want to do. And the other thing is, let's check the design, what kind of design I have in this button. Okay, I have some yellow color in the bottom, I have a background, and I have the text over there. Let's just write the default classes. What are the default classes that I need? Okay, let's start like that. Okay, for now let's do this way. Okay, what should be the default classes for that? Okay, I can say I want the text to be like 100. Okay, this is the text color that I want. Okay, and I want default class every, okay, every button I see, it's everything is like uppercase, right? So let's make it uppercase also. Okay, and text to be large. Okay, large size means how much size is it? It is like 18 px. Okay, that is good enough. And I want border button, let's make it 2. Okay, and then I want border to have a color. Okay, border Novo, what color I want? Yellow. Okay, just get that color. And I want rounded. So what rounded do? It's called round the corners. Okay, so in tailwind I can just say rounded full, so completely round on the side. Okay, on the edge. Okay, now what else I want here? I think almost done. Let me save it for now. Okay, now let's see my website over here. Okay, I got it. Okay, the text is same as this background, so I can't see that. So let me just change it over here on the app here. Let me make this different color. Let me make this 400 for now. So I got it something like that. Okay, or let's make this 500 so that I can see better. All right, and then what I want else from here? Okay, I might need to have like mm, padding, right? Maybe padding y should be 1 and padding x to be like, let's say 10 for now, and saved it. We got it, but we don't have any background over here, so it's kind of transparent. So let's give us a background. Let's give it a background of my color, project color, let's say maybe 400. Okay, this is the color. Let's check in my design what color I gave it. I think this is the same color as this one. Yes. Okay, for now that is that. Okay, what else I need for this button to work? Looks good, right? Everything is almost done. So this is already, the design is complete, but I want the button to be little bit dynamic, so that I know I can change the different style through the props, right? All right, so what changes do I want with this button? Maybe the size. Maybe I want two different size. Maybe I want like one is bigger size and one is small size button. Okay, maybe that one I want. And the other thing I see, I told you before, here I have background little, I have background different color, so I need to have two different theme for this button, so that will be light or dark background color, right? Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Then we have to start with the size maybe. Okay, and size, I want to make it optional, because by default I want it to be maybe small size or something like that, right? So what is size? Size should be small, or I can say maybe big. Okay, these are the two sizes that I want in my button, right? Okay, and then maybe I want a color also, right? So let's say just bg color, so that it will be no confusion, I guess. Color, okay, I think this is good. And by default I want this to be also dark. Okay, and dark, or I want it to have a light color, LIGHT, right? Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so the next thing I do want to do is, let's say come over here, and then we will describe the what size we want, right? So let's say const size style. Okay, so what, and when is small, size is small, what style we want, or when is big, what we style we want, right? That's all we are gonna describe there. Okay, so let's say then size, if size equals to let's say small, this should be string, so I have to put it in a small and like that, and then return something over here, or else, oh, return something over here. Okay, so when it's small, so if we say small, then what we want? Okay, we want this one maybe. Okay, control, just remove this. Okay, you want to give width or something like that, that's fine, it's up to you, but I just want to say for now, let's say if it's big, I want to have this property, otherwise just padding, right? So, or what I want, let's say padding x to be 5. Okay, I think padding y should be always 1, or you want to make little bit bigger, it's up to you. I think button padding 4px, I think py means 4px, I think that will be enough. So let me just put this over here as a default, no problem. Okay, padding y is default all the time, same thing, padding y is 1. Okay, saved it, and we have to use, we haven't, why this error, size is not defined. Okay, oh, I have to put it the size here also, size equals to, I want to give it a default size always to be big. Okay, let's say like that, and bg color to be always default will be always dark maybe. Okay, now error should go away, but however I haven't used this one, so before this class I want to add this as a size style, right? And comma over here. All right, so as you see, by default we have the size to be big, so we already get the big size. Other and bg color dark, same thing I have to do here again. Const let's say bg style, color style. It's just the naming convention. Whatever you wanna give the name, that's fine. Okay, that's not the big deal. Yeah, I have to say like bg color. If bg color equals to let's say darker, then what I want in dark color, maybe the same color as this, right? So let me just remove that from here, and when it's dark, let me give this dark color over here, and I don't want the space over here. And then else, else should be like this, and else I want the bg color now 300, 2, not 2, 300. Okay, I think that's what I want. This one is done. Now I can add, after this one I can add bg color style. Now by doing so, let's check it out in our component over here. I can say text, after that I can give a size, maybe size is small for now, and then let's say give a light color, right? So bg color light, and saved it. See, everything changed, size is changed, color is changed. Okay, so this is working as we want. Okay, so every time we want bottom, we can just do this. All right, what next we want? Okay, actually this works fine for us, but I want to show something to you guys that let me show you. Okay, so most of the time I want the button. Okay, sometime maybe I want this as a link. Okay, link from like React router DOM, we want a link to the different page. Maybe this find us, take us, it looks like button, but it's kind of uh, link, right? It linked to the page that we want to take the user, right? Something like that. If we click about us here, it look like button, but it should be acting like a link. Okay, but same thing, design is let me show you. So here design is same, this one send button, but this should be act like a button, right? So what I mean by that, okay, so I mean to say sometimes I need to return this as a button element, but maybe sometimes I want it to return as a link link element, right? I need to be able to do that, and I want to create such a way that this button has the same design, and we can pass it as a prop that if it's a link, we're gonna say link, and all the properties of link we can pass over there. And if we want just the button, we can button or pass the button, but the design will be the same, so all the style will be the same. Okay, I hope that makes sense. All right, now to do that, what we can do, we can do lots of thing over here now, and most important thing is we gonna do in the Typescript we gonna create multiple types, and we will try to make them work together. Okay, so it kind of little bit advanced in Typescript, you will learn those things also. Okay, without further delay, let me just say, okay, let's say I say these all are the type that we need, and this is kind of base type. Okay, and I want something, some ability to say, mm, okay, how can I put it like this? Let's say I need a type, okay, button. So I need two type, right? Button type, okay, it will make sense. Just give me 1 second. And button type, and I can say this type is button, okay. All right, and I need another type that is called link type, and the link type has a type, okay, uh, link, okay. And if you, it's making you confused, type here, type here, this is different type, okay. So if you want to change name, or if it's making confusions, this type is not same as this, okay. Just if you are getting confused, it's a different thing. It's the kind of property type, and this is a different thing, okay. All right, but I want it to have a, this component to have two different types, that is button type and link type. So I just give it the name type, okay. uh, all right. And then what I want to be able to do is, I want to import all the props over here for the button. So what I mean by that is, I can do something like react dot uh, component props, right? component props, yes. Oh, component props, where is props? Over here. And let me just do and this one, right? And what kind of component props is this? I have to describe that. That's towards the error. So I can say button. So all the props, like component props from the this button, that means attributes and all that, we can get, we are adding to it, so that we can use all the this bottom component props over here also, okay. That's the idea. And to use this link prop, I have to actually import two things to work there with that, okay. I think we have to import, anyway we need a link, link, and then we need a link prop, I think, link props, I think from where, from React Router DOM, okay. From React Router DOM we get the link props and link, and I have to use that link, and this link prop will be goes here, link props, and we are extending this type link, and you will know why I am doing like that in a minute, okay. Just give me a second. And also I have to create type, and this one is button props, but I want to change this name, because button props will have this type button and type link, okay. So this is only the base. What you mean by base? So base means in both type button and this link type, it should present, this type should present, right? So for that I can say button props here. Now we're gonna create button props equals to that, will have no, I don't have to do this first. I can say just button, no, base props over here, and we have to extend. So what we have to extend, or and either button props has this button, no, butt button type, or this link type. All right, we have created all the types we required, okay. So what I did just here, okay, so we created multiple types we need, and we are saying this button props has all of this characteristic, okay. But we can either have button, this type button type, okay, which import all the this component props of button, and it has it on this button, right? And or we have this link props type, okay. Either this button props can have these two, okay, base prop and the button, or base prop link, okay. That is what it's saying, okay. If you understand a little bit of typescript, it's kind of self-explanatory, right? It's already explaining this. It should be either button or link, that's all it's saying, and this base props will should also be included on that, that's all it's saying. Okay, after that what we want to do, I want to use this one, right? We all only use this button here, but I want to be able to use this link also. So to do so, what I can do is I can do type check now over here, and I have to say if uh, before doing that, let me just, okay, before we are able to do that, one thing I have to say here is uh, I have to spread out props, okay, props. Okay, anything I haven't written it here, like I have written text, I give the class name, I give size, and I give busy color. But this button props here, this button props, see, this has other type also, right? Other property of type property, right? So anything I didn't give the name, it is spread out here, and something like that I have to come over here and I can put it here like that. So any property that I didn't provide it there, just put it here, okay. But now this is getting error because this is don't know that it's a link or button, and if some props on this button or this link does not has the same props in this button, right? So it's showing the error, okay. This button props cannot use the props from link, but this button props that we spread here has that property also. So in this if statement we have to, you know, restrict it. So we can say from these props, if this props has a type, okay, so that's why I put the type over here, type button or type link right here. So here we can say if the props, whatever props we get, and its type is either, it's already showing here, we either it can be button or link, right? So if it is a button, then button, then I have to return this one, right? If we put that over here there in the return, not only that, I have to put whole this return, okay. Okay, so if I put it over here and saved it, the error will go away. But what if this prop type is not button? Then we have to say uh, if this prop type is not button, the only other thing it can be is link, right? Because we said it's either button or link. So I don't have to write else also. I think I can just return now, return. And if it's a button type, it already it check if statement and return it, so the code cannot reach over this return, okay. But if it's false, then it will return this one, okay. So we don't have to write anything else or something like that also, or if you want to do that way also, that's fine. So but here I can say like here, and what I can do here, I can copy this everything up to here button, copy this, I can paste it over here, right? And I can just do something like I can say link, okay, and this link is coming from this router, React router DOM over here, okay. And I think almost done, saved it, okay. So if I do not specify this is a button type, it will return link type. Okay, I hope that makes sense to you. All right, so let's check our, so button is showing error here because we have to provide this type, right? We haven't provided what type of the button is this, we have to provide now. And type, if I say button, it's working, no error. Now this is a button element, right? Okay, in HTML, if we check in HTML, it will be appears as a button. Do you want to see that? Okay, let me just inspect it real quick. I don't know. Okay, let me make it bigger so that, see here it's saying button, right? But if I say here maybe link, it will be anchor type, but the style will be same. Okay, this not should not be the capital, that's why it's showing error. That's why we use Typescript, right? See, if I should do something mistake, it will show the error and it will say what error we have done. So it should be link type, right? Or not the ink type. So that's why, okay, we Typescript is useful, very useful. Now if we check on this one, let's say inspection, see this is a now a tag. Okay, so link is working as a tag over here. Okay, that's how it works. Okay, I hope you are getting it. And then let me put it back over here. So anytime, oh, I still see there's some error. Okay, so if it's a link type, you know what we missing, we have to provide where, right? To I think I can provide it as a string also, to maybe home page maybe, or let's say about, and save. And if I click it here, is see this is about page. That's the reason we did like this. We want sometime link. If I had said this is only button, I cannot click it and go to this about page, right? Okay, that's otherwise we have to say on click and other method we have to put, right? And then if I say, let's go to the home, and let's say if I say in this one it's button type, I cannot use this too. See this showing error. Now if I want the link, I can use the same thing, link, and if I want a button, I can use the same component, and I get the same design, but the uses are different, right? Uses of each button and link are different. All right, and as I did it over here, I extended in this type that it should be extend all the component props of the button over here. Now if I haven't decided any on click over here, right, in the base on click is not there, but now I can say on click click, if this will work because we have extended that props, okay, from button props we have extended. All right, I think that much explanation will be enough for you guys to understand. Okay, all right, now what else I have to do here? Okay, one thing I have seen here is you know what, I'm writing all of this code and repeating it over here also. Okay, so I don't like that. I don't want to repeat myself too much also, I, as much as possible, we shouldn't repeat ourselves. So here everything is repeated, right? So everything is same over here up to here. So I can say const uh, default, let's say style. Okay, I want to say default style to be equal to let me move everything, this one up from here to up here, right? We have to, let's just cut this one over from there and let me put that over here. So this is getting the string, right? Because this tailwind merge will return the string from here. and it is a string type. See, I don't have to specify string type also. But now I can do here is I can just write, where is my curly bracket? Okay, here. So default style. Okay, so I can do that way, and I also can remove everything from here. Okay, removed it, and I can say default style here also. Same thing, but I remove all of these thing repeated, right? I can just repeat this default style here or there. Okay, and just saved it, and it's still working as we want, right? Same thing. All right, look nice. Do we need to do anything with this bottom? Let me just make sure. I think I cover everything. Now using the similar logic, creating this button tsx, we will create one another component that will be heading component. Okay, so any whatever style we have for heading, like here we have one heading over here, we will put it on the one component, and whenever we write the heading component, and then whatever style we want with that heading, that will be on there, so that we do not have to repeat ourselves when creating this heading all the time, right? Otherwise we have to write the font family and all that, we have to might have to repeat it, but the component makes it a little bit easier. So just let me just create a file over here. Let me call that heading. Okay, and tsx. Okay, so after that this one should be heading, same as before button, so nothing that much different. Okay, and we want our heading tag to be different as we want, right? So but for now let's just say h1, and then we need to provide the text over here. What should be the text for the h1? And then here over here I have to provide maybe class name, and the class name will be come from tailwind merge, right? And tailwind merge will get class name over here, right? Same logic. And then we have to create a type. Okay, so type equals to, let's say, heading props equals to, I might need this text that we must need, and this will be string, and this class name also will be string, but the class name should be optional, right? And over here I have to get those things, so this is text and then class name, and then I can say I'm getting this from heading props, right? The basic setup is that's all, right? I think that is that, and then save it. Ooh, I was clicking somewhere else. Okay, just saved it, and then what? Then I have to use this somewhere, so let me just bring over here and come over here. I can say here heading tag, and then heading tag will have text, right? And what will be the text here? I think I can provide I am stone, let's say that, and then it's still showing error because I haven't import it, and import it, then error gone. After that save it, and there should be some heading over here and here, but it's the dark color, so I cannot see from there. Okay, so 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 that makes sense. So let me just add a ability to provide the color also. Okay, so color might be the optional, and then it might be the default. We can say we can either have a dark color Okay, either text will be dark color, or I can say light. Okay, that makes more sense. Yes. And then here, so here I can say color to be equals to default color should be, what should be the default color? Let's say this is a dark color. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, same, nothing different. Here const I have to say color style. Okay, and color, if color equals to dark, I need to provide some color over here, right? So let me say what color I want. All right, okay. So what should be the color for the dark theme heading? Okay, let's say this is now, no, text now, let's say when it's dark, I think 400 maybe, and if it's light, maybe text Nova, maybe that should be about 100. I think that will make sense, or make, let's say this is 500, something like that is more better, I think. Okay, so if it's we need a darker color, we can use this, or if we want a lighter color, we can use this, and we have to use that color style over here, right? And if I saved it and come back over here in the app, and then I have to provide our theme color, what color I want. For now I want light, and if I saved it, is it working? Yes, it is working, because we get the lighter color over there. Okay, so basic setup is done. Okay, now uh, so similar as we created this type for different button, we're gonna do the same thing for the our heading also. Okay, and let's see our design over here. So I can see different kind of heading, the h1 tag, h2 tag, or different kind of heading tag, here I have this, maybe this one we can make it h1, but this one also we can make it heading 1. But I remember that I put this one little bit bigger in text size than this one, so h1 should be able to have two different size. Here for this one I can make this like maybe h2 tag, and this smaller heading I can make like a h3 tag. Okay, but here also I have some kind of, let's say, heading. Okay, so I can make this one also heading, but I can make it h2 tag, but h2 need to have the ability to make this, what do you say, this font family different, right? We have, this is like, I think I use Carter one or something like that, and this one is font different. So altogether I think I can make like heading h1 tag, h2 tag, and h3 tag. H1 tag should have like two kind of size, but h2 should have two kind of font family, right? And h1, h2, and h3, all these tags should have different size of text also. All right, I think we got everything. Then let's create the type for each of it. Okay, so type, right? So type for, let's say, h1. Oh, why I get that h1? Okay, I got the h1 tag, and then it should be saying heading, no, element, or no, the type. Okay, as I said before, this type is different. This, you cannot change the name for this type, but this type you can change whatever name you want. Okay, all right, but I think I will say type. I feel comfortable with that, so doesn't matter. Okay, it's the h1 type. Okay, uh, mm, and then what I need, in h1 type I said I need a size, right? I need to have a, and you know what, I will teach you something else also. I want to make this size a default size, but this size I cannot use as this color dark here, this default. I have to use differently over here. So me make this default, sorry, the optional, so that you can learn a little bit extra thing from there also. Okay, so that's how you know, this way you don't have to add everything over here also, all the you know, the attribute, or you can say prop over here. I want some value default. If I do not provide anything, the default should be applied. Okay, so that's the reason I want to do that way. Okay, so here I can say h1 have some larger or large text, or I can say large size, and maybe small makes sense in the naming way. Okay, this is done. Let me just, I think this is good. Let me just grab this, and then I can say over here, paste it over here, and I want to create another type of h2 over here, and this one is also be type h2. And but I don't need this size over here, right? As I said, I don't need size, but maybe I need a, just say font family. I think that will make sense. Okay, font family, and font family should be, one should be regular. Regular means our regular font family, that will be Roboto. And maybe I want heading heading, whatever we use the head font for this heading, that will be regular or heading font type, family type, right? I think for h2 that's all. And I need a type for h3 because I want to create h3 tag also. And then I have to say here, I can say type, type type, and then that will be h3. Okay, what else I want with this? Okay, now I can use this one over here. I can say come over here, this, you see we have this heading. I can change this name to the base prop. That's so all of these these h1 type, h2 type, or h3 type will have this property, right? Type property. So I just wanna say type button type. I wanna create button, sorry, button props, button props over here, and then it will be equals to this base prop. So it has a base prop, and I can say, and I have to say, and where is h1? I have to say h1 or h2 or ht. Okay, same concept. Okay, same concept as we build this button. So I'm showing you two examples so that you can understand much better. Okay, so that means this button probe can either have h1 type, h2 type, or h3 type. They all have this, button probes have this base type. Okay, this will be certain, but they don't, we, it doesn't know which type we're gonna have it. So that is that. I think that will make sense. Okay, okay, now here we say, oh, why I say button tag? I'm still in button prop, button component, right? I am not in button component. I change it to heading. I should change it to heading props. Okay, so now I am in heading props. I'm getting all of these from here, but what I am not getting from there, I'm not getting any this type, right? So anything I haven't specify over here, like text call, class name color, we already specify, but we didn't specify any property from these, so that will be just spread over here. Okay, so we will get that with these props. Okay, all right. Now I have to come over here and I have to type check it, right? So if, oh, not 9, if what, if what, so if props dot type, right? Everything has a type, so this one is also have type, this one also have type, so this one h3 also have type. So that's the reason I provided the type over here, right? Okay, and if prop type equals to maybe h1, give me some suggestion. Okay, here h1, then I want to return h1 tag, right? So let me just put it over here. If prop type is h1, then I want to return this. Simple. And then I have to do it 2 times. Copy it and I have to paste it again, but this time I can say if this is h2 type, prop type is h2, then just return h2 tag. I want to return h2 tag, right? All right. Okay, now finally I have to say just return, because let me just copy this, because we already check if it's not, if it is h1 return this, h2 this, then only type other type we can have is h3. So I don't have to say if or else anything like that. I can just return my h3 tag. Okay, all right, almost done. Now what else I want is, I already give the color to it, color style, and in the h1, or here let me say from base text we already use it, class name we can already use it, this one we already use it. Now the size, okay, size for the h1. Okay, I have to provide size here. Okay, if h1, if it's the prop type is h1, we can get this size, right? But as I said, I want this size to be optional. So if we do not provide this when we creating this if we creating this component using this component, and we do not provide the size here as like now, then also it should work, it shouldn't show any error, right? So and it should work also. Okay, what I mean by that, okay, I first let me just describe what each size meant. Okay, so const size style, I hope I am not making you confused. Just give me a second, I will type it and explain it again. Okay, so if size style is equals to size, if size is equal to what, if I think I have to say here prop type, prop size, right? Props size. Okay, if uh, if the prop size equal to if it's a large button, I want something over here, some classes, or I want other classes if it's small, right? That's all I want from there. And what should be the size for this? Let's say if it's h1 is larger, let's make it a little bit bigger. Okay, let's give it the size of text, I don't know, let me make it like text 5xl, or even bigger, md. If it's a larger skin, let's make this text 6xl, I think. Or if it's not a large size, then what we want, let me make this one smaller for like maybe takes h1 should be, how much should it be? I think let's make it 4xl or md takes 5xl. I think this will make sense. Yeah, this will work. And then in this one I have to put the size style over here also. Okay. Okay, now one thing I remember is this h1 tag, when it's large, the other are not everything. Oh, it's everything is capital. Okay, we wanna use h1 as a capital everything. No, here I use no consistency in design, so that should not be the case. Okay, make your design consistent. Okay, so okay, now what I think is, if I have a larger size of this h1 tag or h1 heading tag, then I think I want it to be uppercase. Okay, I think uppercase should be on capital letter, capital like that. Okay, this is done. But one thing I was talking about is I want this size to be by default to be a large size, right? Okay, and so that I don't have to provide the size over here. So to do that, what I can do is I can come over here and I have to put some logic over here now. Okay, see, this is simple JavaScript now. Okay, so what I can say here is props equals to, okay, get all the props that we have, and in that change the size in a way that, and the size should be, if the props dot size is not defined, then only we need, what we need large size. So by default it will be large size, or maybe make it small size. Let me make it small. By default it should be SMALL. Okay, all right. So do you get this? Okay, so to explain it, how I can explain it is, we are getting props from here, right? So we are getting some props, okay, and then I'm saying this prop should be equals to that prop, but only in that prop change this size. So these props already have size, right? But if the size is like prop, the size is not defined, so this is false, so it's getting false. Okay, if we are not defined, it can be undefined, right? Because we make it optional. So if it is undefined, then make this size equals to small. Okay, and this will replace anything that we have here. Okay, all right, the size that is included in this prop, if that size is undefined, then change it to the small. Okay, if it is defined, if it's already defined, maybe it is already small, or if in case if it is already we defined it as a large, it not gonna run this code small, so it will make it size will make it large, and then it is same as is, like nothing is changed. Okay, uh, I think I cannot explain more than that. Okay, I think that is good enough to make you understand. Okay, so simple. These props is equals to this, all of these props, whatever it carry. Okay, only change this size. Okay, when this size is not defined, then it will assign this to this size small in this case, right? and then this size will change this props, and then it will be equal to this new props, right? And I'm using this props again over here. Now it gonna check what size we provided. So if we didn't provide any size, this will be small. All right, this is the JavaScript kind of way of doing it. Okay, it's on the JavaScript, we can do this way. Okay, this is basic of JavaScript. So um, it's kind of little bit funny syntax. Okay, but once you get hang of it, it is very easy to understand. Okay, comprehend it. Okay, all right. Now now what I want, so I'm already done with this. I already get the size for this, and the next thing I want to do is same thing as this one, but for the h2 we have a font family, right? So font family. All right, let me just copy this one. Okay, let me just copy. I think almost most of the thing is same. Copy this, and for this h2 tag I have same kind of logic over here. Paste it over there, and we don't have the size on this. Once this prop has a type 2, it cannot have the size, so it should have the font family, right? Instead of that, font family and props dot font family. If we do not provide the font family, then I have to put the question mark also over here. Did I do it that? No, I have to put option, make it optional. Okay, don't forget about it, otherwise it will show the error. So it should be optional. That's why we have to provide this question mark after that. Okay, where am I'm h2 over here. All right, so font family, if it's not provided, what should it provide? Okay, I said it can be either regular or heading, right? So make it a heading. So the default font family should be heading. Okay, and this should be named as let's say font family style. Make it simple, right? Style style, and prop dot heading, right? No, not heading, font family. Prop dot font family equal to it cannot be large than what it can be. If it's a heading, so whatever heading is kind of font family, right? What font family I want? Empty, just empty, because I will define the default font family over here somewhere else. So if it's heading, just do not return anything, but otherwise replace the font family with what we want to replace with. Maybe font what I have to provide, font roboto, I think roboto, right? All right, I think that's it. That, and once we do it, I have to provide this over here. So for and family style. Okay, and saved it. Okay, this is all done. Now the other thing that I want to do is I want to provide some default class, style to it. Okay, to do so I want to apply all of these to the everything, right? So what else I can do is, okay, I can say let's say const default default style equals to what should be the default style. Let me just put it on the this one. Okay, because this color style applied to everything, right? Every tag. So I just wanna add that over here also. So let me put it on in the back tick. Okay, all right, then what we want here in a default, I want the font to be like font family to be like Carter 1 or something, Carter, right? Why I'm not getting any suggestion over here? Let me check it. What's the name? Font uh, font, oh, it should be on the string, font Roboto and Carter, right? Okay, Carter, I use Carter. Okay, okay, I want the font Carter to be default, and then also I want this to be have this take the color style. Okay, so I am taking all this color style, I am adding to this default style. Now this color style I can change it is from here, here, and here. What I can change this with default style. Okay, why I change it? Because I use this color style over here, I just add it to this default, so I can just use everything over there. Okay, now if I save it, the font family should change from there. Saved it, yes, see, the font family is changed over there. Okay, and now I think why this is error we are seeing is maybe the type. Okay, now we have to just provide the type. What kind of type is this? This is h1 type, right? Heading h1 type. Okay, see, we have a by default we have a small size heading in h1, and if I want to change the size, I cannot put font family, because font family only is used in the if I provide the type 2. Okay, but in h1 uh, uh, we have like size, and size, if I say large, what will happen? It should in see, we have a larger size of h1 text. All right, almost done. And then what else I want with this? Do I miss anything? Okay, now the next thing I want here is kind of another default style, because I provided the size for this h1 through this one, right? For probe the size, but we didn't define any size for this. So in this h1 I want to provide it as a our default over here. Oh, what happened? Just happened, I don't know, I don't know. And then uh, here what size of h2 I want, I make the h2 maybe h1, the smallest one is takes 4x. I think the in with this logic I should make some text maybe 3xl. Okay, let me check what is this. This is like 30px. Yeah, that's good. And h3 should also have a default size for it, and then I can also say here text 2xl maybe. And what is 2xl? If you say 24px, I think this will be good. And do we want to add anything here? And I want to add one more thing over here. Okay, let me get the default over here. By default all the titles should have the capitalize. I think capitalize is a class we have in Tailwind. When we use this variable, if we use our Tailwind classes in variable, sometimes it doesn't show me this suggestions, so kind of confused sometimes if it is there or not. Okay, let me just provide it over. Where my this going all the time here and there. Okay, let me check over here. Capitalize, that's the spelling, right? capitalized. Yeah, okay, so by default I want that. Okay, by default I want that only in this h1 tag is when this large is text, we want everything capital, but uppercase. But this will work, I think. Oh, again I go into somewhere else. Okay, Oh, again, see. Ah, now save it. Once we save it, what I want to do is, I think I am done with this. Don't want to take more time also. The video is getting longer, but I want to check few things. So copy this, paste it few times. So let me make it like let me just make it sometimes I want it to be heading 2, and heading 2 cannot have a large, but let me make first this heading 1 and this make this size small, so that I can make this h2, and then uh, what I want, I cannot provide the size, but I want to provide font family, right? Font family, and the font family can be regular. Okay, font family can be regular, and I want to copy this another time. Okay, so h2 I have to provide this h2, and this should be, let me just remove this everything, and then font family to be I think heading, right? You can see the option here. Okay, heading, and I can provide h3, and h3 don't have anything over here, but I want to provide h3 here and h3 also here. But one thing I want to do is change the color. Okay, color is already light there. Let me change this to dark. So last one should not be seen. No, last one, let's make it light, ligst light, but this upper one let me dark, so we can check. Okay, see, so I have this h1, this one is also h1, so this depends on the size of the, large size or small size. This one is h2, this one is also h2, and what we changed, should change the font family. We didn't get font family. Font family should be regular or heading, but I'm seeing the same font family, so let me check that with that. Okay, so what is happening? Font family is regular or heading, and then I am saying over here in h2 tag, where is h2 here, if the props is not given, then it is heading, but I did give here a prop of font family regular. I already did that, but when it is regular, if font family is heading, do not give anything, but if the font family is like regular, it should return the font roboto. And font roboto, when it is getting that, I should be able to provide here, but it should go under the default one, because this default has a font family font cutter, so it is replacing that, so this font family style should go below it. Okay, and saved it, and see, one is regular font, that is roboto, and in the regular font roboto, I want to make this bold also. Okay, bold, bold, let me just make it bold, otherwise it did I get that bold? No, because there is no class name called bold in the Tailwind, so we have to say font bold. Saved it, and this is like bold right here, right? This one, and then here I have a heading of h3, one is dark, this one is heading, that is h3, and no, this is h2, h3 is over here, one is over here. See, so how easy it is now. You don't have to write all these text 5x or something like that, and if you want to change one thing, and if you use this component everywhere, like in the multiple places, right, every time you provide the title heading, you have to you gonna use this component, and later if you want to make any changes, you don't have to go in each place, right? You just have to come and change the style of here. If you want to make it like 7 XL later in your design, just make it 7 XL here, it will change over there, right? So let me just change it to back to 6. So any changes you want to make, you can make change in the one component, and then it will be applied to all of the places where you use that component, right? So that is the power of reusable component, and that's the power of React. And we learn lots of things about this TypeScript in this video, creating this component. So it was lots of fun, but we are done for today, and I appreciate you watching this video. See you next time. Thank you.